the money or the time or the effort to make it like a real date, then just leave me alone.
All right, you guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to Secrets of the Mind of a Man, where we talk about how men think when it comes to dating, relationships, and love. And I'm KTJ, former men's counselor turned love coach. And I've got another good reaction for you guys today. So before we get into it, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button, then hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Today, we're talking about this woman wants $300 dates. $300 dates. Let's get into it. Let's see what she's talking about. And I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear your thoughts on this kind of behavior, this carrying on. Does she have a point? And then I'm going to let it run, and then I'm going to break it down from a man's perspective. Let's go with it.
If you're afraid to court me or take me out on a $300 date because you feel like that's gonna make you seem like you're tap dancing for me, then just leave me alone. Because I can honestly take myself out on a $300 date. I don't need you to do it. We're both doing it to see if there's something there, like if it's an actual connection. If you can't even put up the money or the time or the effort to make it like a real date, then just leave me alone. If you're
All right, let's break it down, you guys. $300 dates. All right. So let's talk about it for a minute. I did some research, and in the major markets in the United States, it's something in the major markets, meaning like LA, New York, places like that, Chicago. On average, the average date is something like $220. Now, if the average date is like $220 in New York, I'm not sure where this lady lives, but $300, that could be something, right? So here's how I see it, you guys. I see it breaking it down in two ways, right? One for the guy who absolutely has it, right? If you are a high income earning guy and you live a lifestyle where going to dinner for $100, $200, like you'd spend that on yourself going to dinner. If that's your lifestyle, then I can understand like a $300 dinner, essentially 150 a piece. It's probably not that much if that's how you roll, right? And if that's kind of the only date that you're going to do, then I can understand. That is actually in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that much. However, if you're the kind of guy who's just a regular guy who's got a regular job and a guy who is dating in the dating market, $300 is way too much to spend from a guy who's just a regular guy, especially on a woman that you don't even know, right? You don't even know this lady. And you're going to spend $300 on somebody you don't even know if there's a connection. You don't know if you really want to spend more time with her. It's kind of an investment. All right. So let's hear this little bit, and I'll take this apart as we go. All right, let's go. I'm gonna stop it as we go.
You're afraid to court me or take me out on a $300 date.
Stop right there. Look at that face. Look at that face, you guys. Look at that face. It's if you're afraid. So when a woman uses that term afraid, it's a term like I dare you, or like I'm challenging your manhood. If a man is afraid to take me out on a $300 date, wait a minute. Nobody's afraid, right? Why are you using the term afraid? It is shaming language. It is shaming language. Afraid. All right, let's keep going.
Because you feel like that's gonna make you seem like you're tap dancing for me.
because it's going to make you seem like you're tap dancing for me, meaning like you are showing your wealth. You're trying to put on a show for her, right? So what she's saying is you shouldn't be afraid to tap dance for me and to put a show on for me, right? And she says if you're afraid to do that, then maybe you shouldn't be out here dating. Ma'am, I think you're wrong.
Then just leave me alone.
She said, then just leave me alone. If you're not going to put yourself out here financially for me, someone that you're just out on a date with, if you're not willing to do it, then just leave me alone. This is the kind of woman who you'll see 10 years from now, who's still in this condition of out dating and not having a solid partner for life.
Because I can honestly take myself out on a $300 date.
That's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. Well, I can take myself out on a $300 date. Well, do it then. Ma'am, you're not going to take yourself out on a $300 date. Let's be honest. Because I can take myself out, which essentially, what is she saying? What is she saying? She's saying, I got my own money. I got my own everything. This is my lifestyle, and I don't need you. That's what she's saying. And a woman with this mentality who says, I don't need you, guess what? She doesn't need you, and she won't have you. This lady is the kind of person you'll look up, and 10 years from now, she's singing the same song, but now she's older.
I don't need you to do it. We're both doing it to see if there's something there.
She said, I don't need you to do it. Right? So why are you asking? It shouldn't even be about money if it's not about money. And she said, we're both doing it. What are we both doing? Are we both spending $300? Or are you expecting the man to spend $300 and you just receive whatever he gives? She said, we're both doing this. What are we both doing? No, we're not both doing it. He's doing it and you're receiving it. Now, if this guy, see, the thing is, a lot of these entitled mentalities think that what they have going on is everything, right? Not really thinking about the fact that this is just a date. This is a coming, like this isn't your man. This guy, imagine he's spending this money on all the women, going out on multiple dates. Multiple dates? $300? Come on, that's ridiculous. Now, ladies, here's what I want y'all to see about this. Because I know some of you are going to be like, well, look, if you're broke, you're broke. If you broke, say that. No, this isn't about that. I want y'all to see this. What if this is your son? When you hear women come on to these shows and like this and have these conversations, I want you to imagine this is your son, right? You see your son sacrificing. You see your son going to work. You see your son coming home hungry, coming home dirty, is working like extra hours, right? Putting in all this time, and he got to drag himself out of bed to go to work only to earn money. And then this is the woman who your son is going to go out with as a woman who's looking for him to drop $300, half of his paycheck, maybe a third of his paycheck on her on a date. You would say, absolutely not. You would tell your son, absolutely not. Do not do it. These women are just out here trying to have a good lunch, trying to have a good time off of you, and they're not really that serious about you. Now, and you would tell your son, if this is your woman, then that's a different thing. But just taking a woman out, and y'all know that's what you would say.
Like if it's an actual connection. If you can't even put up the money or the time or the effort to.
If you can't put up the money, the effort, or the time, this is another shaming tactic.
Make it like a real date.
To make it like a real date. put up the money, the energy, the time to make it like a real date. If you can't do those things to make it like a real date,
then just leave me alone.
Just leave her alone. Gentlemen, I'm suggesting that when a woman starts talking like this, you just go ahead and leave her alone. This is what she's saying. I want you to hear all of that. It's shaming language, it's entitlement, it's expectations, and all of this is on a date in the beginning. Now you can do all of that stuff, and you can give her all those things, but understand that how the date begins, how things start, is how they finish. And you can't come back later on and complain because she's money hungry, or she's she's just a gold digger. She only just wants me for my money. She just wants me to spin. Well, guess what? If that's how it starts, that's how it ends. All right, you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. I really want to hear what y'all think about this, and even about my commentary about it. Let me know what you think about this as well. If you guys if you've run across some videos that you want me to do a reaction to, you can send it to lovecoachatlanta@gmail.com. You know what? I'll put the banner up on that. How about that? lovecoachatlanta@gmail.com is where you can send me videos and send me links to videos that you want me to do a reaction on. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out of here and hit the subscribe button. All right. I need y'all help. I need your support. I need y'all to help me do this thing out here as we react to all these videos as they come down the pike.